Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is the My Rita Minutes. um, I'm not going to be here that long, but I wanted to talk about Jay-Z's court case. Okay, so looks like Toni Buzzbee has voluntarily dismissed the case. Let's get into it, shall we? Thanks for stopping by again, y'all. I wanted just to, I'm not going to be here long. I wanted to talk about Jay-Z's court case. Now, it looks like Jane Doe, who claimed that she was R'd by Jay-Z and Diddy after a VMA award show, has voluntarily withdrew her claim, and Toni Buzzbee has dismissed the case. And they have dismissed this case. What is it called? With prejudice, meaning she can't come back again. And on top of that, there has not been any settlement. So I'm taking this as Jay-Z was able to prove that this case was frivolous and that maybe Jane Doe may not have been telling the truth. This is the stuff that hurts people's reputations and for no reason whatsoever. Clearly, this lady was lying from the jump. Secondly, Toni Buzzbee, him nor his firm vetted her properly, in my opinion. And third, you've spent a lot of money trying to prove yourself innocent when you weren't even in the vicinity of what she was talking about. And clearly, probably neither was she. She was 13 years old, living in Rochester, New York, 5 hours away from VMAs, acting like she got dropped off. And then all of a sudden, he ran into the limo drivers that were lined up. Somebody had a picture of them and how the limos were lined up at the VMAs for the stars coming to the event, and they were surrounded by police. So how she was able to run up to a limo and say anything to anybody is crazy. This whole story sounded crazy. Then she went to a house that doesn't even exist. Well, it may exist somewhere, but it didn't exist anywhere in New York, and in that part of New York. And she claimed it only took 20 minutes to get to, or I don't know how long she said it took to get to, but clearly, I know Jay-Z, I know Beyonce are like ecstatic with the results. Now, I think I want to say that I don't know, did she claim that it was just frivolous on Jay-Z's part and not Diddy? I don't know. But I think that, let me just read what the Variety has. It says the lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z over the alleged R-ing of a 13-year-old girl in 2000 has been dismissed by the attorney representing the Jane Doe, according to the court filing made on Friday in New York. The voluntary dismissal reviewed by Variety, was filed by attorneys Toni Buzzbee and Anton, I don't know who that is, Curris, claiming that the Jane Doe, who accused the musicians of assault, hereby gives notice that the above caption action is voluntarily dismissed with prejudice. Because it was dismissed with prejudice, the suit cannot be refiled as it is in its present form. Additionally, Rock Nation, the entertainment company owned by Jay-Z, issued a statement signed by Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, calling this a victory. In his statement, Jay-Z also says this issue caused trauma for his wife and children. The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed, he wrote. This civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. This 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe, and when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims. Of course, while with the same ethical responsibility, the court must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally. Nicely said. And I honestly believe that there are a lot of money grabs out there. Sean Diddy Combs got 3 new cases. And they just keep going. Hey, I'm sorry. I understand Cassie went through it. And she did. She went through it. Some of the S workers that he hired probably went through it, but they were S workers and they got paid for what they came to do. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay? And they knew where they were going, and I'm sure he used some of the same ones over and over again, so it wasn't like, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is this: Cassie and maybe a few others have been damaged by Diddy, but not these 35, 40 cases that have come up. Now, I'm sorry, and with the men, I'm not saying he's not in the men either. All I'm saying is vet your people properly. I mean, if he's guilty, he's guilty. You can get him on what he really did. Don't make up stuff, because that stuff is crazy. That is crazy to me. We really need to vet the accusers properly. This lady, I mean, her whole story sounded crazy. It was laughable. At the fact that she said she was watching it outside of the Jumbotron and there was no Jumbotron. The fact that she says she talked to one of the other artists that were there who had a tattoo of the Last Supper on his arm, who wasn't even there. Then she said her dad picked her up. And he says, well, I'm thinking, if I picked her up, I would have remembered something like that, driving 5 hours to come get her. He didn't remember. And then the person that dropped her off, just so happens to have passed away. A long time. I don't know when they passed away, but just so happens they're not even there to corroborate her story. Her story has so many daggone holes in it. I don't understand why Toni Buzzbee was so adamant about pushing it through. But it would make me look at the rest of his cases very thoroughly if I was a judge or a lawyer coming for him. Now, Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer, I can't remember his name. And anyway, his legal team need to look closer at Toni Buzzbee's stuff too. Because if Jay-Z can get that thrown out, boom. I'm just saying, they've set the precedents. Toni Buzzbee is not to be. I'm just saying. They make it seem like he's an ambulance chaser. What made me skeptical about Toni Buzzbee is the fact that he went to social media. He tried to try his case in the court of public opinion all the time. That's what he does, and that's what he does wrong. My thing is, if you are serious about your stuff and you're serious about protecting the victims, you go to court and you fight that stuff in court. It doesn't have to be spread all across the society and the nation for them to feel like, because he won in public opinion, because my thing is, oh yeah, he probably did it. Back then and there, them rappers, this, that, because it's a stereotype. But I kept the faith and I didn't want to believe it. And I think I even dropped some videos saying that I didn't believe it. I don't believe a lot of these ones that are coming to the surface. The only one I said I really believe is Cassie, and I might believe one other one. Maybe one other one, but that's it. Everybody else is up for the money grab. Trust and believe. So tell me what you think. Did you think that he was going to get off? Were you skeptical? Did you have second thoughts about whether or not he was guilty or not? Well, everybody's entitled to a mistake. And with that being said, before you leave the building, can you like the video? This is a free way to support the channel. And with that being said, everyone be blessed. Peace.